In Genesis 28, verses 13 to 16, we see what's been called the vision of Jacob's ladder. We see that Jacob was sojourning in what he thought was a strange land, and God comes to him in a dream, and he tells him, Jacob, this may seem like a strange land, but this is the place that I have already determined to give to you, and this will be the home of your children and your children's children for generations to come. It is obvious here in this passage that God's view of things was different than Jacob's view of things. In this passage, Genesis 28, 13 to 16, Jacob catches a glimpse of his father's perspective. Do you understand that your perspective in life will change your attitude, your actions, and as a result, your accomplishments in life? Your perspective in life depends not only on the things that you're looking at, but it depends on the place from which you are looking. One day, my wife and I, we decided to take our children on a ferry across the Neuse River. Everyone was so excited for the trip. We went, we got ice cream. We got to the ferry boarding station almost a full half hour early. We waited, we ate our ice cream, we talked, we looked at the wildlife that was there, and we were all excited for our chance to board. It was getting late in the day, and we understood that we would get to view the sunset from the river. Once we had boarded the entire family, we exited our vehicle, we ran up to the viewing deck on the second story, and we were all thrilled to watch the beautiful sunset on the water. As we were enjoying our view, I looked at my son and I said, Buddy, isn't the sunset beautiful? And to my surprise, he said, Not really. It's just dark around us. You know, it had not occurred to me that as short as he was at the time, he could not see over the handrail, the guardrail, to where the sun was actually setting. All he could see was the dark sky above. And I said, Here, buddy, let me pick you up. And as I raised him up to where I was, and I held him in my arms, he said, Wow, Daddy, look at all of those colors. You see, the problem was not where he was. The problem was not who he was with. The problem was not the water. The problem was not the ferry. The problem was not even where the boat was heading. The problem was certainly not the sunset. The problem is that he had been viewing things from his own perspective rather than the perspective of his father. And when he gained the perspective that I had, he could appreciate everything that was being done. He could appreciate the colors. He could appreciate the beauty for what it was. Far too many a Christian murmur about the dark night sky, when the problem is they are simply seeing things not from the Heavenly Father's perspective, but from their perspective. And as a result, they miss the beauty that He has planned for them to enjoy. Dear Christian, today, let me encourage you, do not fail to see the beauty of what your Father has planned for you. Let me encourage you to gain His perspective on the matter. Until you as a Christian see things the way that God sees them, the best perspective is from your knees. You say, why is that? From your knees, He may bring you up to His bosom, where you may view the beauty of His planning together. Let us today determine to view our difficulties from our knees, that we might catch a glimpse of things from our Father's perspective and appreciate the beauty of that which He is doing in our life today. We love you, folks. We'll see you tonight at 7.